What's your favorite thing about Jiraiya?
Ooh, all right, we're getting there. All right, so the second sort of chapter, as it were, in the story is when Jiraiya first comes on the scene, isn't it? And he takes Naruto under his wing. So Jiraiya is like one of the legendary, what they call him? Sanin, the three ninjas, basically. And he's a bit of a hermit, so he like goes off and does his own thing, and he travels and whatever. And he comes back to take Naruto under his wing to train him. And you can tell there's a lot of like mystique about him, and everyone like it's a bit like, oh my god, Jiraiya, like. But then on the other side, he's just like, he's going against all of the stuff that he teaches, right? There's like there's like the three
ninja prohibitions: money, alcohol, and women.
Yeah, and he basically does all of it. He loves
He's
women.
doing it all at the same time.
Yeah, he loves women. He's always drinking, and he's like, no, he doesn't really gamble, does he? But yeah, I guess. And it's just like he's. I think as a teacher, I think he's really showing me a way to, you know, he really sees like the potential in Naruto, and he's like talking to him at the level of like, not, oh, you're Naruto, this kid. He's talking to him at like Naruto, like when he's like god level or whatever, like whatever he sees in him, and he's teaching him through that, but also he's keeping it light and friendly, and you know, he's got that. It's kind of what you were saying about the kickboxing a moment ago. Is like, he's serious with the training of Naruto, but he's also like willing to have a bit of fun with him and play some games and like keep it light but keep it serious at the same time. And I think that is a great lesson in itself. And like, yeah, like if you go too serious, it gets a bit like, oh god, like got to do this again. If it goes too light, you're not taking it seriously enough. So there's like a blend in the middle of anything, of like, can you find the level of play and seriousness that kind of just overlaps beautifully. And I think Jiraiya kind of really brings that, because you know, we were talking on the part 1 breakdown. Spoilers, by the way, if you haven't seen Naruto. Yeah, we were talking on the part 1 breakdown of Kakashi, right? And how he's like an amazing coach, but he's so far on the serious side. He doesn't really have like a light-hearted nature, whereas Jiraiya comes at it more from, I'm lighthearted, I'm fun, and you know, we're gonna have a good time, but we're also gonna take the training seriously.
Yeah, that's what I like about him. He's like a good blend of, I'm amazing at what I do and I refuse to take it seriously. That's how I relate to him the most, as a coach especially. Like, they're dealing with pretty high stakes, man. Like, there's a lot on the line, and he's just like, yeah, let's go to the hot spring and look at women. And Naruto's like, you calls him pervy sage. I love that. It's so stupid. One of my favorite things about Jiraiya is also like, he's very like non-serious. Then he's got like a depth to him about like he's been hurt. Him, Orochimaru, and what's her name, Tsunade. They were all on one team, the Sanin, right? And they fought wars together and all this stuff. And he's deeply hurt that their teams got split up. And it just shows like he's chosen how to handle his pain differently. Tsunade's gone down a drinking and gambling bender. Yeah. Orochimaru's fucked off to do evil experiments, and he seems like the most well-adjusted person, which is really funny to say.
And I think it also goes to show how, like, you know, you look at those three characters there, Orochimaru, Tsunade, and Jiraiya. We could say that all three of those, you know, in some degree are outcome the inflatable inverted commas broken, but they're just dealing with something that they haven't, you know, I guess dealt with properly, and you know, they're overcompensating in an area of their life for something that they're trying to deal with. And I think Jiraiya, like, he has that, you know, with his, like, you know, obsession with women and, you know, gambling and whatever it is, drinking, that he's dealing with something, and it's that pain point of like, oh yeah, but like, you know, so I'm sad that the team have broken up and who are going our own ways, and there's more to it, you know. Obviously, as the series goes on, you find out a bit more about Jiraiya's story in depth with like what happens, you know, or what happened previously. And I think it's just like, I think he's one of the best characters in the show, man, for me. And I said this to you the other day, I want to rewatch the Jiraiya arc again, because I think there's so much stuff, and he's a very, you know, he's like a wise sage as well, you know. He comes through and he's got the bars of wisdom, and you know, he sits Naruto down and he's like dropping gems on him, and Naruto is like this dumb kid who's like, I don't get what you're saying, like, you say it again. But he's just dropping gems, and he's just like, he's got a wisdom about him, and he's not shy in sharing that. He's not like, oh yeah, this kid's not gonna get it. He's like, no, like, he's gonna hear it on some level, and when he's ready, he'll hear it at a deeper level.
Yeah, it's like when he's teaching him how to do the Rasengan.
Yeah.
You know, like first you gotta pop this balloon, the water balloon, then the softball, then this, then and like at each stage, Naruto's getting pissed off. He's like, oh god, can't do it. Okay, I did it. And then the same with the next stage, and the same with the next stage. He doesn't push him. He's like, cool, you take it at your own pace. This is great coaching. And a lot of people will get disheartened, not to name names, at certain stages of the journey. I have too, man. Bruv, like, I'm working on hiring the ultimate coach. It hasn't been an easy journey in it. There's been a lot of stuff that's gone into it, and at times it's felt really difficult. And I'm really glad that I'm doing it. I'm really glad that I'm pushing myself to operate at such a high level. But there's something really fun about the way Jiraiya and Naruto are playing with this. There's a willingness to stick to it, man. There's a willingness to be like, no, we're not just going to give up and quit because you're finding it hard. Stay with it. It's going to take you some time. And he doesn't expect Naruto to get it so quickly. But he's like, oh, wow, like, this kid's pretty good. He's getting it quite quickly. He's surprised. And I think we'll surprise ourselves on Naruto, the character. He is open to questioning anything and everything he thinks he knows, because look at when Jiraiya's teaching him, yeah? He's sitting there like, I don't get it. He's all right with not getting it. He's like, you got to be a better teacher. He's trying to put it on the teacher. Then he's like, okay, I'll just try and learn it on my own. He's open. He's an open book, basically. He's a little kid. He doesn't think he knows everything. And as we get older, learning becomes more difficult because of what we think we know.
Yeah. And there's the bit with Jiraiya and Naruto where he's teaching him to do the what's it called now? The
Rasengan.
No, the one where you make someone the thing.
Shadow clone.
No, the other one.
Substitution.
No, the other one where he brings the toad. What's it called?
Oh, Sage Art. Summoning jutsu.
Summoning jutsu. Shit, back in there, I was really struggling with that one. The summoning jutsu, and he's like, Naruto's like trying it. Basically, like the summoning jutsu is where like you summon I guess a character or an animal that you're kind of aligned to with soul wise or whatever. Can't remember how it works. And Jiraiya's trying to teach it to Naruto, and like at first when he's doing it, it's like he's trying to get him to summon these like grand wise toads who are like ninja toads or whatever. And he keeps like summoning these little like tadpoles and stuff. And Naruto's like, oh, I just can't get it. Like, I just can't get it. And he keeps trying. And even Jiraiya's getting pissed off with him a bit. He's like, fucking hell, this kid's useless. Like, he can't do anything. Like, how am I supposed to teach him? But he stays patient with him. And like, it's easy at that point for Jiraiya to be like, do you know what? You just don't get it. Like, you just don't get it. Like, let's just forget it. But he's challenging Naruto to like keep going with it. Like, see, like tap into the thing that I'm telling you to tap into. Like, really try it. Really see what happens. Really, create that feeling, that bond of what the jutsu is trying to create between you and this and the toads or whatever. And it's like, it's so easy at that point to just give up, innit? Like, it's like the challenging of the belief. It's like you prod it and you prod it and you prod it, and it's like, oh no, but yeah, and that's like what the little tadpoles are, right? They're like, oh yeah, but the yeah buts and the what ifs and the this and the that. But then when Naruto finally gets the jutsu and he summons the big toad, the one with the pipe, and Jiraiya's like, oh shit, like he summoned him, like he's like the grand toad or whatever he is.
Gamakichi
or
something like that. No,
that's
the
the
younger
son.
one.
That's the son.
Gamatatsu, I think.
Something like that. And he's like, what? Oh shit, how did you do that? And it's like, that's what happens. Like Naruto's belief is like, oh, I can't do this. Like, this is too hard. Like, I'm never gonna get it. But when he just really like gives himself to it, like, and really just leans into it, he summons like the big toad that even Jiraiya wasn't expecting him to summon. He's like, oh shit, that's like the king toad. How did you do that? And even the toad's like, what am I doing here? He's like sitting there like, well, how did I get here? And he's like, who's this kid? Get off me.
That.
It was funny.
Yeah, we're capable of so much more than we think we are. Thanks for watching. If you liked this clip, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Let us know what you got from it. And follow us on TikTok and Instagram at Nerd Life Coaches. We've also got a YouTube channel where you can find our full episodes. We'll see you in the next video.